Toilet paper feels so normal today that most people never stop to ask a very strange question. What did people use before it existed? The answer is almost everything. Depending on the place and the time, people used water, cloth, sticks wrapped in cloth, smooth stones, broken pottery, plant material, corn cobs, newspapers, and in some Roman settings, possibly even a sponge on a stick. The details varied a lot across cultures, and in some cases historians still debate exactly how certain tools were used. But one thing is clear: toilet paper as we know it is a fairly modern solution to a very old human problem. This is the history of toilet paper. Not just who invented it, but how it became normal. Because the real story is bigger than one product. It is about paper, hygiene, plumbing, comfort, privacy, mass production, and changing ideas about what a clean bathroom experience should feel like. And once you see that bigger story, toilet paper stops looking like a boring household item and starts looking like one of those quiet inventions that change everyday life without people thinking much about it. Before toilet paper, people used whatever their world gave them. Long before commercial toilet paper existed, people cleaned themselves with whatever materials were cheap, available, and culturally normal. In many places, water was and still is the main method. National Geographic notes that hundreds of millions of people today, especially across parts of the Middle East and Asia, still prefer water-based cleaning rather than toilet paper. That matters because it reminds us that toilet paper is not the universal default of human history. It is just one solution that became dominant in some regions, especially in the modern West. Ancient evidence shows just how varied old hygiene methods could be. In ancient Rome, texts mention a sponge on a stick called a tersorium, though archaeologists still debate whether it was mainly used to clean people or to clean the latrine itself. Ancient Greek and Roman sites have also produced small stones or broken ceramic pieces called pessoa. On the Silk Road in northwest China, archaeologists found 2,000-year-old hygiene sticks, wooden or bamboo sticks wrapped in cloth and used in a latrine context. So before toilet paper, there was no single answer. There were many answers, shaped by local materials, habits, and ideas about cleanliness. The story really begins with paper itself. To understand toilet paper, you first have to understand paper. Britannica says Kai Lun, a Chinese court official, is traditionally credited with inventing or formalizing an improved papermaking process around the year 105 CE using bark, hemp waste, old rags, and fish nets. Paper then spread through China and eventually beyond it, changing writing, record-keeping, packaging, and daily life. But once paper existed, it was only a matter of time before people used it for much more than writing. One of the earliest recorded references to using paper for toilet purposes comes from medieval China. History.com cites the 6th century scholar Yan Zhetui, who wrote in 589 CE that he did not dare use paper containing quotations from the classics or the names of sages for toilet purposes. That line matters because it shows two things at once. First, that paper was already being used this way. And second, that some paper was considered too important or sacred for such use. In other words, toilet paper did not begin as a polished consumer product. It began as a practical reuse of available paper. China was far ahead of the rest of the world. China appears to have been the first place where paper for hygiene was used at real scale. History.com reports that by the early 14th century, the Chinese were manufacturing toilet paper at a rate of 10 million packages annually, and by 1393 thousands of perfumed sheets were being produced for the Hongwu Emperor's imperial family. National Geographic also notes that by 1393 rice-based toilet paper was being mass-produced for the Chinese imperial family. So while many parts of the world were still relying on water, cloth, sticks, or plant materials, China had already moved into something much closer to recognizable toilet paper. That is one of the most surprising parts of this history. Modern people often assume toilet paper must have been invented during the Industrial Age. But the idea of paper used for hygiene is much older than that. What is modern is not the basic idea. What is modern is mass consumer toilet paper as an everyday household product, especially in Europe and North America. That shift took much longer. Why the West was slower to adopt it even after paper existed. Toilet paper did not instantly become normal everywhere. Paper could be expensive, and in many societies people already had other habits that worked well enough. In the West, practical substitutes remained common for a very long time. History.com says corncobs were common in the 1700s, and newspapers and magazines became common alternatives after cheap print became widely available. National Geographic also notes that when Joseph Gayetty introduced commercial toilet paper in the United States in 1857, he was competing with a world of improvised options, including newspapers, corncobs, and other household stand-ins. This is also where one famous story enters the picture, the Sears catalog. History.com says the idea that Americans mainly use the Sears catalog is better treated as legend than settled fact. That is a useful reminder for history topics like this one. The general point is true, people used printed paper products. But some of the most repeated specific stories are a little more folklore than hard proof. The first modern commercial toilet paper in the Western world, the big commercial turning point came in 1857. Both History.com and National Geographic say Joseph Gayetty of New York marketed what he called medicated paper for the water closet. It was sold in flat sheets, not rolls, and it was promoted almost like a personal care product rather than a basic household item. That tells you something important about the moment. Toilet paper was still new enough, and maybe awkward enough, that it had to be introduced carefully. It was not yet the invisible everyday standard it would later become. Gayetty is often called the inventor of modern commercially available toilet paper in the United States, and that is a fair way to put it. He did not invent the basic human act of cleaning after using the toilet. He did not invent paper. And he was not the first person in history to use paper for hygiene. What he helped create was the modern market category, toilet paper sold as a specific product for that purpose. That distinction is important because it separates the deep history of hygiene from the commercial history of a consumer good. Rolls, perforation, and the product we recognize today. The next big change was not just making toilet paper, but making it easier to use. Google Patents shows Seth Wheeler received U.S. patents in the late 1880s and early 1890s related to perforated toilet paper and toilet paper rolls. His 1888 patent focused on the manufacture of perforated wrapping or toilet paper, and his 1891 patent described a toilet paper roll with connected sheets designed to separate more reliably. Those details sound technical, but they mattered. Perforation and roll design helped turn toilet paper from loose sheets into a smoother, more practical household product. History.com says the first perforated toilet paper rolls were introduced in 1890. Scott's own brand History says the company was the first to put toilet paper on a roll and that it noticed domestic bathroom plumbing taking off at the same time. Put those pieces together and you can see the bigger pattern. Toilet paper did not become normal just because someone had a clever product idea. It became normal because product design improved, manufacturing improved, and bathroom infrastructure improved. A better toilet paper roll made more sense in a home that was also changing. Toilet paper had to become comfortable, not just available. One funny but revealing detail from History.com is that by 1930 toilet paper was being advertised as splinter-free. That sounds absurd now, but it shows how rough and unrefined early paper products could be. Modern toilet paper had to be soft, reliable, cheap, and easy to store. People did not just need access to it. They needed a version that felt better than the alternatives. The history of toilet paper is not only the history of invention. It is also the history of refinement. That is true for many everyday products. The first version is rarely the version that changes the world. Mass adoption usually comes later, after the product becomes more comfortable, more affordable, and more invisible. Once toilet paper reached that point, it could move from being an odd purchase to a normal item on a shopping list. How toilet paper changed daily life. Toilet paper helped standardize a particular kind of bathroom routine: private, disposable, convenient, and fast. It fit especially well with modern indoor bathrooms, modern plumbing, packaged household goods, and the rise of consumer culture. Once people expected a dedicated bathroom product made specifically for comfort and hygiene, old substitutes started to feel old-fashioned, inconvenient, or even unclean. That shift was partly practical, but it was also cultural. Normal habits are powerful. Once a society settles on one system, that system begins to feel obvious, even if it is actually quite recent. This is an inference from the way toilet paper's commercial rise overlaps with changing plumbing, mass manufacturing, and domestic routines. Toilet paper also changed shopping behavior. It became one of those products people rarely think about until it is missing. That helps explain why it creates such odd panic when shortages are rumored. National Geographic notes that there was a major toilet paper buying panic in Japan in 1973, and similar anxieties appeared in the United States after a joke by Johnny Carson helped spark fears of a shortage. So even the modern obsession with always having toilet paper on hand has a history of its own. Toilet paper is normal, but it is not universal. One of the most useful things about this topic is that it breaks the illusion that today's habits are the only logical ones. Even now, large numbers of people around the world still prefer water-based cleaning rather than toilet paper. That means the history of toilet paper is not the story of humanity finally discovering the one correct method. It is the story of one product becoming culturally dominant in certain places because it fit their infrastructure, habits, and markets. In other words, what feels normal is often just what became common around us. That broader view makes the subject more interesting. Toilet paper is not just a roll of paper. It is a window into how technology spreads, how habits become standards, and how ordinary products quietly reshape daily life. When you look at it that way, even the bathroom aisle starts to feel like history. So, what did people use before toilet paper? Almost anything that was available: water, cloth, sticks, stones, pottery, corn cobs, newspapers, and other improvised materials. Paper for hygiene appears in China far earlier than many people realize, with recorded use by the 6th century and mass production by the 14th. But in the modern West, toilet paper only really took off after commercial products arrived in the 19th century, rolls and perforation improved convenience, and indoor plumbing made the modern bathroom routine feel natural. And maybe that is the strangest part of all. Something so ordinary, so disposable, and so easy to ignore turns out to have a history connected to ancient China, printing, patents, plumbing, comfort, and changing ideas of cleanliness. Toilet paper may be one of the most boring things in your house, but its story is anything but boring.